Hello students, in this video let's try to understand KVL, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law. So the definition you already know that, which is algebraic sum of all voltages in a closed loop or closed circuit or closed mesh is equal to 0. So here the closed circuit, loop, mesh all are same. Okay, so all are same, that means all are closed path. Okay, so the algebraic sum of all voltages in a closed circuit, loop or mesh is equal to 0. Okay, so mathematically summation IVI equal to 0. So this is about KVL statement. So let us take one example and we are going to solve the network using our KVL. Okay, so before going to that we need to understand something. So far we are covered with properties of elements, resistance, inductance, capacitance, right? And we have covered Ohm's law, KCL. Okay, so what is Ohm's law here? So Ohm's law is nothing but voltage proportional to current, so at constant temperature. Okay, so V is equal to IR. Okay, so voltage across a resistor when current I is passing, okay, is V. Okay, voltage across a resistor when current I is passing is V. V equal to I into current passing through the resistor into resistance value. Okay, this is what we have learned so far. So let us try to understand KVL using these basics. Okay, now let us take one simple example to understand KVL betterly. Okay, so here we have three voltage sources V1, V2, V3 and three resistors R1, R2, R3. So all these networks are connected in series. Okay, all these parameters are connected in series. You can see. So one terminal of they are connected end to end. There is a series connection, right? So now let us try to give them the terminals. Okay, so we know that this is negative terminal of the battery. This is positive terminal, negative, positive, and this is positive, negative. Okay, so we know that current leaves from positive terminal of the battery, so that will be treated as positive voltage. If current enters the positive terminal of the battery, that will be treated as negative voltage. Okay, so for example, here we have a voltage source like this. We know that till now we assume that current leaves the positive terminal of the battery, so that will be considered as V volts. Okay, if current enters the positive terminal of the battery, so that will be treated as negative voltage. Okay, so if current enters, that will be negative voltage. Okay, if current leaves, that will be positive voltage. If current enters, that will be negative voltage. Okay, and till now we know that Ohm's law, okay, voltage across a resistor, that is V equal to I into R. So these are the things we are going to use in this KVL. So let us try to write down the KVL expression in this loop. So this is a basic loop here, one closed path or a mesh, it can also be called as mesh. Okay, so let us consider the direction of current in clockwise direction. So this can also be treated as anti-clockwise. Okay, so that is your interest, you can take clockwise or anti-clockwise. So most of the people will choose clockwise direction. Okay, so as we treated clockwise direction, the current enters the positive terminal of the battery, so this will be positive terminal of the resistor, that will be positive, minus, this will be plus, minus, plus, minus. So current flow in the loop in this direction. Okay, so that will circulate in this direction. So now let us try to write KVL expression in this loop. So KVL means algebraic sum of voltages in a closed loop is 0. So what is voltage here? V1, this is V2. So the voltage across resistor R1 is, let us consider it as V4. So we have V1, V2, V3, so this will be V4. So V4, that is voltage across resistor R1 is V4, that is equal to voltage across resistor is by Ohm's law, that is current through the resistor I. So we treated current through the circuit as I, so that will be I into R1. Similarly, the voltage across R2 will be V5 and voltage across R3 is V6. So V5 can be equal to I into R2, V6 equal to I into R3. Because this is a series network, the current in each and every expression is same. Okay, so now let us try to write KVL expression in this loop. Okay, so according to KVL, what is KVL? Kirchhoff's voltage law, that is algebraic sum of voltage in a closed loop is 0. So I am going to write the voltage here. So first we are entering the negative terminal, so I am going to take the first terminal as reference. We are entering the negative terminal, so this is entering. Okay, so I am treating it as negative voltage, that is minus V1. So next we are also entering V2 from the negative side, that is minus V2, and we are entering the positive terminal of the resistor, so that is voltage across resistor R1 is current through the resistor I into resistance value, that is plus terminal into I into R1. So similarly voltage across V3 is, we are entering the plus terminal here, so that will be plus V3. Okay, so this will be plus I into R2 plus I into R2, and here plus I, so R3, I into R3, that should be equal to 0 according to KVL. So let me rearrange this. So let me take the I common, so that will be R1 plus R2 plus R3, and here what is V3 here? So this is positive voltage, that is V3, and I am sending the negative voltage to other side of the, that will be V1 plus V2. So if I write voltage, source voltages to one side and impedance drops to another side, that will be V1 plus V2 minus V3. So here you can see these three are the voltage sources here. Okay, so these three are the voltage sources and these three are the drops. So according to KVL, voltage sources equal to voltage drops. So this is KVL actually. So using KVL we can find current in the loop, that is I equal to total current V1 plus V2 minus V3 by total resistance R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is one useful thing using KVL. So this is about writing a voltage expression in a loop. So let us take another example so that you can understand it clearly. So I am taking another example having resistances and voltage sources, etc., etc. So this is our resistance, another resistance, voltage source, resistance and voltage source. This is a closed loop consisting resistance and closed loops, resistance and voltages. Okay, so let us take V1, R1, R2, V2, R3, R4, V3, R5. So this is a closed loop. Okay, so let us consider the current is flowing in this direction, okay, clockwise direction, because they are connected in series. The current will be same through all the parameters. Okay, so let us give the terminals. So this is negative, positive. So our current is entering in this direction. So this is positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative. So voltage across resistance will be current through the resistor into resistance value. Okay, so now let us write KVL in this expression. So let us write KVL in this equation. So let us write KVL in this circuit. Okay, so KVL, according to KVL, that will be, so I am entering, the current is entering from the negative terminal, so I am treating negative as first. So minus V1, current entering positive, so minus V1 plus I into R1 plus I into R2 minus V2 plus I into R3 plus I into R4 minus V3 plus I into R5. So this is our closed loop. Okay, so I am going to write the expression here. First I am going to write minus V1, okay, plus I1, I into R1 plus I into R2 minus, because the terminal first we get is minus negative terminal of voltage source, that will be minus V2 plus I into R3. Okay, I hope you are getting some sense, right? So I into R4 plus, so here it is minus V3, that will be minus V3 plus I into R5. So this concludes our closed loop. So this must be equal to 0. Okay, so let us write down the impedance drops aside. So that will be I into R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus R5 equal to, so voltage minus V1 will be plus V1, minus V2 will be plus V2, minus V3 will be plus V3. Okay, so you can see here in this expression, you can see these are the voltage sources. Okay, so these are voltage drops. So you can find I using this expression, that will be V1 plus V2 plus V3 by R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus R5 will give us current in the loop I1. So this is about writing voltage expressions using KVL. Okay, so let us take two loops here so that you can understand the concept in a clear way. Okay, and we are going to have different loops here. So here this is our loop 1, this is loop number 1. Okay, so this is loop number 2. Okay, this closed path is called loop or mesh or any closed path. Okay, so we will be having a current in each loop. Okay, for loop 1 we are going to have current I1, for loop 2 we are going to have current loop 2, current I2. So for loop 1 I am going to consider a current I1 flowing in clockwise direction. You can also take in anti-clockwise direction. So for simple calculations we generally consider it is in a clockwise direction. Okay, and we already know that current leaves from positive terminal of the battery and enters from negative terminal of the battery. This is our conventional direction. If current enters positive terminal, that will be treated as negative voltage. Okay, so you will understand it clearly. Now I am going to write KVL expression, voltage expression using KVL in each loop. Here we are having two loops, so we will be having two equations for KVL. Okay, number of equations will be equal to number of loops here. Okay, for KVL we are having two loops, so we are having two equations. So we will be having equation number 1 and equation number 2. So using those expressions we can find current I1 and I2. Okay, so now let us start applying KVL. So now let me take another pen. Okay, so I'm going to write according to KVL. So what is KVL here? According to KVL, algebraic sum of voltage equal to 0. So here voltage is unknown. Here we have a voltage source. So what is voltage across a capacitor? Sorry, across a resistor. That is current through the resistor into resistance value. Here and here you can see in loop 1 current I1 is flowing like this. In loop 2 current I2 is flowing like this. That means this will flow circularly. So this is current I2 flowing in second loop. Okay, so this is current I1 flowing in the first loop. Okay, so here the current I2 is upward, current I1 is downward. That means through one resistor we are having two currents here. I1 is downward, I2 is upward. So the net current will be I1 minus I2. So higher current minus lower potential, that can be differential. I1 differential I2. So if I1 is high, that will be I1 minus I2. If I2 is high, that will be I2 minus I1. Okay, so this is what we are going to consider. Okay, so across one resistor R, we are having two currents flowing. So one is downward, another is upward. Okay, so the net current will be difference of both the currents. Okay, if the currents are in the same direction, let us consider. If the currents are same direction, let us consider this is R. If both the currents are same direction, the net will be sum of I1 and I2. So the net will be I1 plus I2. As they are flowing opposite direction, we are going to consider the difference of both the currents. Okay, so now let us try to write down the expressions using KVL here. So according to KVL, I am going to write the KVL voltage expression in the first loop. So I am going to consider the first terminals of each element. So here I am going to consider first terminal means this is our negative terminal, this is our positive terminal of battery. So current enters that positive terminal of resistor. So this is positive and this is negative. This is positive and this is negative for I1. So these are the parameters for first unit, first network. Okay, so I am going to write it now. So minus 5 volts. Algebraic sum of all voltage in a one loop is 0, right? So minus 5 volts. Next, that will be plus 2 into the current is I1 in this loop. So plus 2 into I1. Okay, the voltage across resistor is 2 into I1, and here the voltage across this 3 ohms resistor is 3 into the net current, that is I1 minus I2. So because we consider I1, because we are writing the expression with respect to first loop, that's why we are going to consider I1 first. So 2 I1 plus 3 into I1 minus I2. So I am writing I1 because we are writing the expression regarding first loop. So if we write the expression regarding second loop, that I2 will come first. Okay, so this is first expression. Let us rewrite it. So 5 volts means minus 5 plus 2I1 plus 3I1 minus 3I2. Okay, so equal to 0. This must be equal to 0. So that is what KVL, right? Yes. Now let us rearrange this. So that 2I1, 3I1 will be 5I1 minus 3I2. I am sending this 5 to other side. That will be 5. So this is one expression in the first loop. So this is, let me consider this as first equation. Now let us try to write voltage expression for second loop. Here this is voltage expression for second loop. So as current flow in this this clockwise direction, so we are going to consider the first terminal is minus 3 volts. So this is plus for I2, this is minus for I2. Okay, as this is plus for I1 because flowing in this direction. So this is plus for I2. Okay, so current enters the positive terminal of resistor. That will be 3 into I2 minus I1 because two currents are flowing across this 3 ohms resistor. Okay, so this is I2 and this is I1, right? Okay, so that will be 3 into I2 minus I1 because we are writing with respect to second loop. We have to consider second current, I2 current first. So 3 into I2 minus I1 plus 7 into I2 plus 10 volts because we are getting positive terminal at the first. I hope you are getting some sense, right? So I am going to write the voltage expression in the second loop. For that I am going to write down the voltage across this 3 ohms resistor, that is 3 into current through the 3 ohms resistor is net current of I2 and I1, that is 3 into I2 minus I1 plus 7 into current through the 7 ohms resistor is I2, 7 into I2 plus 10 ohms, 10 volts voltage source. Okay, so second expression, this is KVL in first loop. KVL in first loop, loop number 1. KVL in loop number 2. Okay, that will be, so 3 into I2 minus I1. So 3 into I2 minus I1 because I am writing I2 first because we are writing with respect to second loop. Okay, plus 7 into I2 plus 7 into I2 plus 10 volts. So this is what we are going in this direction. We are writing the expression in this direction. So first we are encountering with 3 ohms resistor, then 7 ohms, then 10 volts. So first terminal, we are taking first terminal. You can also take second terminal with respect to each and every parameter. So for simplicity, we are going with first terminal. Okay. So 3 plus 3 into plus 3 into I2 minus I1 plus 7 into I2 plus 10 volts. Okay. So plus 10 volts. This must be equal to 0. So let me rearrange this. So that will be 3 I2 minus 3 I1 plus 7 I2 plus 10 equal to 0. That will be I am shuffling the terminals here, so that will be 3 I1, 7 plus 3 will be minus 10 I2 equal to 10 volts. Okay, this is our second loop KVL expression. Okay, this is our second expression. Okay, this is our first loop KVL expression. This is our second loop KVL expression. So let us solve the equations. So from 1 and 2, so let me write 1 first. So that will be 5 I1 minus 3 I2 is equal to 5 volts. Second expression is 3 I1 minus 10 I2 is equal to 10 volts. So here we are having two equations and we are having two variables. Okay, so we have two variables I1 and I2. We have two expressions. You know how to solve these expressions, right? I hope you know. We have two variables and we have two expressions. We can cancel out one of the variables so that we can get another one. Okay, so for that we have to multiply this with 5, this with 3. Okay, so that will become 15 I1 minus 9 I2, 3 into 3 I2, that will be 3 into 5, that is 15. Okay, so the below second expression will become 15 I1 minus 50 I2 is equal to 50. Okay, we have to multiply all the factors. So that will be, so this minus plus minus, this will cancel out. This will be 41 I2 equal to, this will be minus 35. So I2 will be equal to minus 35 by 41 amperes. Okay, that means we have considered the I2 in this direction, but the value we have obtained is minus. That means the actual current direction is opposite to our I2 current. That is, this is our I2 direction. I2 is flowing in this direction because voltage source is here. The current will leave the voltage source. Okay, so that's why I2 is flowing opposite to our taken direction. Okay, we took I2 as clockwise direction, but the actual value is negative. That means the actual current will flow in this direction, opposite to I2. So similarly, we can find I1 here. So I1 can be found. So let us write here I1 equal to, how can we find I1? So you can find I1 using second expression. Let me consider second expression. So 3 I1 minus 10 I2 is equal to 10. So I'm going to substitute I2 value. So you will get I1, 3 I1 equal to 10 plus 10 into I2. So 10 plus 10 into I2 is minus 35 by 41. Okay, so that will be 410 minus 350 by 41. Okay, it will be 410 minus 35 by 41. What is its value? Its value is around 375 by 41. Okay, so I1 is 375 by 41. Okay, this is a positive I1. So the direction we took is same as the actual current. So this is how we are going to find currents in each loop. Okay, so that we can find the voltage across each element. So the voltage across 2 ohms resistor will be 2 into I1, that is 2 into 375 by 41. Okay, so 2 into 370 by 41 will be voltage across our 2 ohms resistor. So you can find the voltage across each and every element using your current values. Okay, so this is how we are going to write the voltage expressions using KVL. So for 2 loops we are having 2 expressions. For 3 loops we will be having 3 expressions. Okay, so I am giving this circuit as assignment for you. So find here I1, I2 and I3 using KVL. Okay, find I1, I2 and I3 using KVL. So you have to write the expression for each and every loop 1, 2, 3. You have to solve for I1, I2, I3. So this is assignment for you. Okay, thank you.